Thrones fans, we are back. Welcome to this edition of Brothers of the Watch. This is the show where, us brothers talk about Game of Thrones. It's a brand new season. We have a lot to talk about. We didn't do an episode after the first we didn't do an episode of this show after the first episode because our brother Judici was traveling and we can't do a show without Judici. So he's back in the building. But let me introduce everybody. So the aforementioned Judici, how are you, sir?
L'chaim, you know what I'm saying? We here at Brothers of the Watch are trying to raise awareness for Wawa. Stop hating Brent wherever you are.
These are facts.
Oh, boy.
He was in the building. What's going on, him? How you?
It's good, man. Everything's good. I'm excited for another year doing this. I haven't seen y'all, man, so I'm happy to see you all again.
So absolutely. Yeah. Hutch, man. OG Willie Hutch, what's good?
Salutations to the Game of Thrones Nation.
Been a minute.
My Brothers of the Watch. I hope y'all got your winner coats. Winner is here.
Winner's here.
Yeah, winner definitely is here.
Let's get it.
We also have the legend, Billy Beige, Hank. I mean, he knows more Game of Thrones than anybody. What's going on, Hank?
Yeah, man. You know, they do call me the greatest mind in Game
one
of
of the greatest minds, one of the greatest minds in Game of Thrones strategists.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. But
that's on his resume. You didn't know that he had a Game of Thrones strategist on his
Game
resume.
of Thrones strategist. All right.
No, but it's great to be back, man. Good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, we have a lot to talk about. So let's just start with this though, since we didn't do an episode after the first episode. What did you guys think about how the season opened up overall? Like, with Arya, like just going buck wild and laying her murder game down and catching bodies as soon as it started. What did you guys think about that?
Poetic justice.
Yeah, the Red Feast, as I call it. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It totally caught me off guard. I actually thought it was a flashback at first.
Mm-hmm.
Until, you can definitely tell that she only has a name when she wants to because her skills is on point.
Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm.
She got the whole clan up out of here.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about that is because now, considering her abilities, anytime they show her on screen, everybody's like, "Is that really her? Is that not her?" I see so many different conspiracies online. I'm laughing, some people think she really hasn't shown herself in the entire season yet. So
the thing that also been messing me up though is this thing. It's not just a face. It got this Tom Cruise Mission Impossible thing going on, but he had that giant put on his neck to change the voice. So with this whole thing, it changes your voice. And how does she actually have the same stature, the same body? That's the part that throws people off.
Look at God, man.
Talk to the many people.
God took the will. That's what it is, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what about the first episode overall? Though, that to me, that's the way to open the season because I was like, okay. I thought sometimes episodes are a little dry when they start and they lead into something.
Yeah.
I'm they got to start it right away.
So I thought the first episode was it was a hopeful episode. And I think it was the perfect way to lead us into
what more hopeful than murder, right? So murder starts off.
But it was the murder of the guys that are the quote unquote bad guys of this world that we're watching. So everybody, you saw everybody moving their chess pieces into place, and you started to feel like, okay, Game of Thrones is going to turn from this thing that sometimes you watch episode and it's hard to sleep at night to the good guys are going to start getting momentum and they're going to find a way to win the game.
Yeah.
And this new episode let us know nah, not so fast, man. There's nothing in this world.
There was an interesting thing, and you saw it last night as well in the first episode, the rift between Jon and Sansa a little bit. Mm-hmm. And you saw Littlefinger sitting back there smirking, doing his little finger thing, I see you opening here and stuff. So it was a lot of that. But it was a good, like Hank said, it was a really hopeful episode. You saw all right, people consolidating, that whole scene in the North where all the Jon forgave the houses and stuff that went against the family.
Mm-hmm.
It was really positive. All right, this is all happening, and then at the end, right when Daenerys and them all came at the Dragonstone, and they returned, and that was her first time coming back there since she was a little kid. So a lot of where are we going? A lot of positive stuff was going on and stuff. So I was really excited for it.
Gotcha. To his point, there's a lot of concerning symmetry going on, though. Consider the fact that Ned was the one that was I don't want to say soft, but he had a heart. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And she was actually complaining later, in this recent episode, saying that they were dumb, you know, and that you need to be much tougher, much harder. And it's almost like he's sort of repeating. We don't know if they're mistakes, but if last night's a harbinger, yes, there are mistakes, and this is looking a little bit concerning.
Yeah, that's interesting. And we can go right from that to the newest episode because there still was a lot of communication between John and Sansa. So, what do you guys think overall about their relationship? And what do you think is going to come from that based upon these first 2 episodes? Because, you know, they're not on the same page, but they have to figure out a way to work together. And I like what Heem said, Littlefinger doing his little finger. What do you think about John and Sansa? Like, what's going on with those two?
I mean, honestly, what they need to do is actually have these conversations before they're out in public.
Yeah,
right. You can't, and it's really John's fault because Sansa feels like she is your equal, and even though she's not the king. You know that she's willing to disagree with you in public. So you need to go ahead and actually have these conversations and work out these kinks so that y'all are a united front when you meet everybody else. Because if she's constantly poking holes in all of your arguments, everybody else is going to see that too, and they're going to jump in there and
that's true. We got like Sean Spicer going out there saying something that gets contradicted, you know, like 20 minutes later.
So Hank, what you're saying is nobody wins when the family feuds.
Nobody wins when the family.
Absolutely. Gotcha.
Oh my God.
I mean, we also like Big Brother. Some of us in here too, and like that's a common Big Brother strategy. Like when you're having a house meeting, it shouldn't be the first time that the people that are on your side have heard your thoughts about something. You got to have these one-on-one conversations and already put the thoughts in the people that you need on your side's head. You know, that's what you do to influence people.
Mm-hmm. Right. Interesting.
I do she get on everybody's nerves. I mean, at first I was kind of like trying to check my male privilege at a second because she was definitely irritating me. But when I saw the women start to say she needed to shut up, I felt a little bit more comfortable with my frustration with her. However,
hashtag say her name.
Say her name.
However, with that said, I do like some of her shade that she threw. Like when Littlefinger was, but she's like, no need to try and insert the last word. We'll just pretend that it was going to be something clever. I was like, okay. Yeah. Like that was some good shade that she threw in there.
Well, she's come up a lot, you know. Think about when she started first season.
She
came up for season. She was all about Joffrey. Joffrey doesn't want to be the queen of the castles and all that stuff. And now she's like a grizzled veteran. She's gone through a lot of horrible things. So, you know, she has stuff going on in her head now. She's thinking now. She has a lot of like knowledge and stuff the way the game's being played. And so, unfortunately, she's not carrying herself the right way because she's jumping on John before she needs to instead of talking about it beforehand. But she has a lot of experience, and she's scared of Cersei. She's seeing what her power is. So that's
while
why
wearing the same hairstyle too.
Yeah,
while wearing the same hair, right? Yeah, that's interesting.
So this is kind of jumping ahead, but the game that she's playing and the game that Cersei's playing are the short games. You know, to get another Jay-Z quote. You know, they dying over the mama rent. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like Cersei, they're worried about this Iron Throne, and she's worried about, you know, getting revenge on Cersei. But John is looking at the big picture, man. He's like, look, the Iron Throne, none of that means anything if the Night King is able to win. And you know, this whole thing with Euron Greyjoy, like they just lost a lot of good resources, a lot of good fighters that would have been really good against fighting these Night Walkers, but the White Walkers. So they really need to find a way so that everybody in the realm can understand, like, look, man, we got to put these petty differences aside, stop killing each other, because my man coming and he could resurrect the dead, and you just making his army even bigger.
We all one gang.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he resurrected Giant Jesus. He got, but not in a good way.
Yeah, man, they got a giant.
Oh, man.
They got 3 giants.
They got 2 giants. They had 2 giants.
Oh,
yeah.
And I remember saw it too. Yeah, you know who we haven't seen yet, who we're gonna have to see. It's inevitable. We're gonna see Hodor.
Yeah,
that's gonna be heartbreaking.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Damn, man. But you know, you guys brought up Cersei. What do you think about Cersei? When she was up there kicking her alternative facts, how'd you guys feel about that?
Shout out to Cersei News, man.
Cersei News, man.
Yeah.
I mean, R.I.P. Sean Spicer, man. Cersei got you, man.
She got the new mooch. She got mooch dog.
Yo, and the shade that what's his name? We used to call him Trump Greyjoy, but he's too smart. So we have to think of something new for him. But dude dropped some serious weight. Did y'all notice that? Like between maybe I'm just what do you call that, Mandela effect or something like that? But when you know what I'm saying? But like last season when we first saw him, he was kind of like a little bit husky or whatever, and just looked like some drunk fool talking about the size of his dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he was ripped. You know what I mean?
He's courting. So he had to get in shape. You know, he had to make sure that Cersei liked what she see, and he's making moves, man. But again, he's playing the short game, but he's playing it well, man. He got his little prize. He killed Jaime on the Battle of Wits. Oh, when he hit him with the I got 1,000 ships in 2 good hands.
And how about she
I killed my brother.
Yeah,
that was
Cersei.
He had bars.
Cersei likes all that too.
Nah,
go ahead.
Cersei ain't about that no more, man.
I hope he don't hit. He gonna hit.
Speaking of hitting, how we feel about the crotch rubs last night?
Castration sex.
So I'm gonna need to clear my my Google history. That just reminded me because I had to look up, does Grey Worm have a penis or not?
Word.
Because there was a little bit of people like he's castrated. Which means that he just lost his balls, but no, he's a unit, which means they cut off the cock and balls.
Oh. Yes, they cut them off.
So all he could do was give her that tongue action.
A lot of grinding, man.
Yeah, a lot of rubbing. What they say, a lot of scissoring.
A lot of scissoring.
Like I said, Grey Worm went down there. Clean face, man. He came back up looking like one of us, man.
Hold up, though. Yo, your search history, though, cuz, like. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
If I die, I don't want people judging me off of me looking up whether or not Grey Worm has a penis. That's all I'm saying.
Can you imagine, like, the kind of marketing you're going to get the next week? Like, target marketing you're going to get.
On your Google search and is Amazon for.
But you brought up something. I was going to ask you guys a question. What do you guys think Littlefinger is up to? Like, what kind of game is he playing right now?
Okay, he's getting ready to wait. He's waiting for Jon to roll out, and then he was eyeing what's her name the entire time when he was talking, giving that big routing speech about how we have to mine that stuff, and as soon as he's out, he's gonna make that move again, and she's gonna like push him to the side. She's gonna stiff on him for a minute, but at some point he's gonna say something that in his Littlefinger way that's gonna make some kind of pseudo sense, and then I'm telling you she's gonna mess it up. She's gonna mess it up, and then all of a sudden Jon's gonna be screwed somehow, some way. That's what I'm going with.
You gonna let me?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say to Judas's point, like. She's gonna let him in eventually. He gonna wear her down because there's no other like defense. Jon was her last defense.
He's inexperienced.
Gone. Like
I mean, we always say that Littlefinger is playing space chess. Like I mean, she's playing checkers and she's learning well. She got a little. She know how to get a queen now. She got the flying queen rules and all that, but she's not built to withstand him. No. He's completely in her mind whenever he wants.
I'm gonna give her a little bit of credit though, man. Like.
Yeah,
she's gone through a lot. Like I think you got to kind of like think about that. She's gone through a lot these last 7 seasons on the show now. She's seen a lot. She's learned a lot.
But who does she have to run to save the day though?
That's the thing though. I don't think she has to run to anybody.
She had to run to him at the Battle of the Bastards.
But now she's been anointed the Queen of North and stuff. So people are following her. People are seeing. I'm not sure. I think Littlefinger will find a way to get over because he always does, but. I don't think it'll be easy. I don't think Sansa's just gonna like fall over into his arms like she did a couple years ago. I think she's a little smarter now.
Littlefinger's cockroach, man. Littlefinger gonna be the last one standing at the end of the day, man.
Did you all catch that one little Easter egg though? I saw this thing. I don't know if it was on HuffPost or something, but it was a quick little Easter egg in the first episode of the season where they were looking through the book, where Sam was looking through the book. And before he gets to the page where he's like trying to figure out, whatever it is that he was looking for, there's a picture of that knife that was used that to attempt on the Stark kid in the first season. Remember that one knife? And they blamed it on Tyrion.
Valerian still, yeah.
Right. And that's also the same knife that, well, at least I think so, that Littlefinger was holding to Ned's neck when he said, "I told you not to trust me." So following here.
It's not.
Are you sure?
Not. Yeah. Yeah, it's a different knife. But Littlefinger was the one that gave that knife to the assassin, though. Littlefinger was the one that tried to have Catelyn Stark assassinated.
Right.
Oh, okay. See, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, try that Bran assassin.
Bran.
This is what we talk about. This is why Hank is a legend within the realm.
One of the greatest.
One of the greatest minds of Game of Thrones. That's absolutely interesting, though. But to Heem's point, though, she has been through a lot. So the question is she?
I'm sorry. But the important thing about that dagger is it is Valerian steel, and it could kill a
White Walker.
White Walker boss, whatever they call it.
So is Valerian steel and the dragon steel? Is that the same thing? I'm always
no. So dragon glass can kill the zombies. Valerian steel is the only thing that can kill
a White
the
Walker
bosses. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Bosses, the real bosses. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
The blue dudes, blue eyes.
Yo,
Which is
Hank, your knowledge is another level, Hank.
Yeah, man, I'm young Sam Charlie. You know what I mean?
But peep this though. To Heem's point though, about Sansa, like I'm waiting to see when this happens. We all know it's going to happen. He's going to try to get in their ear or whatever. But it's one of those things where is she going to be like what we expect, or is that going to be the twist that she's not going to be as easy as we expect? Like, is she going to run and jump off the boat, or is she going to stay and fight? Like that's what's going.
I think she's going to disappoint us.
She's going to jump off the boat essentially. All right. Speaking of some of your favorite characters, let's talk about Tyrion. Everybody loves Tyrion. But he kind of took a major L last night. What do you guys think about Tyrion and his place in terms of what everything's going on? How does he bounce back from this L?
He didn't take it.
I don't know how he bounced back from it. I mean, you know how like Daenerys is. She's very much like one time and you're out type of person. So you fell in one time, that's pretty much it. So it's going to be tough for him to kind of pull back from this. They lost 2 armies. They lost the queen. Actually, both queens of both of the Greyjoys and the Dorne. So I don't know. It's going to be tough for him. Like he's smart. We're supposed to figure out a way, but this is hard. Like that was a big thing, and Daenerys is very much on some like, yeah, you mess up one time, it's over. So we'll see.
But she's messed up though too, which is why she's even in the position that she is right now. She's
arrogant, man. Like she's a very arrogant person.
Well, I think what she's going to happen is she's not going to necessarily make it. I don't think she's going to just like isolate him, but this is exactly how what's her name's we discussed this in the thread.
Mm-hmm.
The
Lady Olenna.
Yeah, she did not orchestrate this. I am going to put that on the record right here. Mm-hmm. But she is absolutely about to get into the inner circle in terms of being able to have her judgment taken more seriously. And tell me that you all saw this. Some Reddit put it all together way back in the murder of Joffrey. How there were like those jewels and everything that what Sansa had in her neck. Mm-hmm. When Lady Olenna, she's the one that killed Joffrey.
Yeah, that's confirmed. Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to have to come out pretty soon because they're not going to just let that stay on Reddit the entire time. At some point, that's going to come out.
They already they talked about it on the show. Her and Littlefinger had the conversation about that. She was the one that killed Joffrey.
Yep. I must have missed that. But I think that's she's clearly proven herself to be a schemer. So I think that she's gonna get.
Look how old she is, man. You don't get that old, by being.
Yeah,
it's tough though, because like they were on the boats heading towards the Euron. His people were on the boats and stuff, and they were at Dragonstone. So I'm trying to figure out how the information was passed to get to Euron because
I know
they didn't have the
Desi in our thread. And shout out everybody in our Facebook group. Make sure you join. I'll put that in the description box. But she had an interesting point about that too. Which kind of like ruined my evening because I was thinking about it all night. Like, well, how did they get that information? Because that was an ambush. So,
but the more that we discuss and thought about it, I just don't think that she would have worked with Cersei.
Right.
Not that quick. I mean, Cersei just killed her whole family.
Yep.
You know I mean, yeah, this is true. This is true. But at the same time, stranger things have happened.
True.
You know, so
stranger than this. Stranger than having your whole family. Stranger than having your whole family murdered after you murdered the son who was the king, and then
I mean, essentially, I mean, families, you know, they come and go in this show. Like, you know, it is what it is.
Do you think that this is going to change Dany's view of Jon because of what happened with Tyrion? Because remember, the main reason why she
he vouched for it. That's a good point.
That is true.
Because Tyrion, like going with Heem's strategy of now, you know, Tyrion took that L and she listened to him. So now she like, I listen to you, and half our allies is gone, and now you telling me to bring this dude Jon Snow down here. I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
But I mean, no matter what,
he's already on the way.
I think it's going to be an issue because even if this didn't happen, like Dany needs to sit down and be humble because like she really is. I don't think she's going to be willing to hear what Jon's talking about because she is focused on sitting on the Iron Throne, and that's like Jon don't care about that. Jon is only about, look, we got to save this entire world, but I don't think she's ready to hear that right now. And now, like you said, the dragons are probably going to end up going to attack King's Landing instead of, you know, laying fire on these White Walkers the way that they need to do.
Yep.
That's going to be crazy. So what do you guys think about where Bran Stark fits in all this?
Well, I think he kind of ruined the world because as we know from last season, when he got touched by the Night King, they gave the Night King the power to follow him. So as soon as he came past the doors of the wall, now they can come past the wall. I don't know if you remember, they were talking about before that the wall had all these like magical things, like besides being big and thick, it also had some magic in it. That wouldn't allow the zombies and the White Walkers to get past the wall, or made it difficult for them. But he just kind of opened the door for them. So
you also think about the opening credits though. You also think about the opening credits though, how like in the first 6 seasons, when it showed the wall, it was water, and all of a sudden now it's ice. So there's their path.
Damn, I gotta go catch that. Like,
that's a good detail, man.
He's dropping gems from the opening credits. Like, I didn't even notice that.
That's a gem. I appreciate that.
I mean, I'll take credit for it, but like I totally found that from HuffPost or something.
Hey, so what you brought to the table here, because we didn't notice that at all.
I didn't notice that at all. Yeah.
So what do you guys think about your homie Sam though? What's going on with Sam?
Sam over there, I posted about this last night, but Sam over there getting his fake doctor on, man. What was my man's name?
That was hilarious. The young boy. Oh, man.
Sam over there just operating, doing unsanctioned stuff. Sam like one of them doctors in Mexico.
He like Dr. Guy. He like Dr. Gosnell over here.
He like the homie. What's the young kid that got arrested for
that's what I'm talking about.
He's talking about.
No, but he's over there filling up girls' butts with silicone and Pixel Flat and stuff like that. Like Sam just doing unsanctioned stuff. But honestly, it's what he needs to do because again, everybody is so focused on their day-to-day lives that even in the area where they're supposed to have all this knowledge and be the ones that know that these things are actually possible, they were laughing them off like, look, man, that's not true. That's not going to happen. And he's like, look, I've actually killed these things before. Like, it is real. Yeah. But they laughing him off. So he got to go ahead and do his self-studies.
All right. So go ahead.
No, he had some loyalty to him, too, because he was like, I'm a Tarly, you're a Mormon. You know what I mean? Like, that played, they're condensing all the episodes. That probably would have taken, like, at least a 15-minute scene any other time. But they condensed that so quickly. But it was like one line of dialogue, and that was like, oh, so that's why you're gonna help me out.
No, it wasn't because he was a Tarly and he was a Mormon. He was saying, I'm Sam Tarly, and I learned under your father,
dad, right?
Yeah, your father, who was Jorah Mormont, or not Jorah Mormont, whatever his name.
Father,
the old Lord Commander.
Related to the greatest character in the history.
Yeah.
We talked about the battle a little bit, right? At the end, or are we still? Because we gotta talk about Theon's and this deep sea diving discoveries and stuff that took place last
Yeah,
night.
definitely. Before we get to that though, I want to get you guys' opinion on well, I gotta watch how I say this. I actually just learned today. I don't know whether you guys noticed that, but you can't. The term "female" is a derogatory term.
Yeah,
so,
females don't like that.
I didn't.
You say females don't like that yet?
Really? Anyway, that wasn't me, by the way. That wasn't me. Because listen, I'm learning, so I'm trying to do better. So, the table with all the women at the table, basically like up there, trying to rule the world essentially. They say get their Beyonce on. What did you guys think about that?
I mean, it was a girl power episode, but then you saw everything didn't work out. So
yeah, for 6 seasons, nothing has worked out with men. So let's try something new.
This is true. This is true. I mean, the bottom line is everybody dies no matter who's at the table, right? So,
like, what did George Carlin say?
It was cool to see all the women like in power. Even the scene with Grey Worm, what's her name, kind of took the power and initiated the bumping and grinding as well. So I think in pretty much every scene you saw a powerful woman.
Shout out to that room.
Running things.
To that room.
Yo.
Yeah, shout out to the room.
Yeah, so that was interesting. I mean, so then we get to the culmination of this episode, which was the ambush, like I like to call it. That was crazy. I mean, your man just straight jumped off, and that meme you posted was hilarious with the person diving like I've died 4 times with that. But did anybody think that he was going to stay and fight? Like, did anybody have any like hope for that? Or
I did.
I thought he was going to try. I thought
he was going to die honorably, man.
At this point, like you're useless. Like, do something. Go out with honor.
Yeah, but PTSD is real. Like, what's he?
Everyone on this show, there's no way that you don't have some level of PTSD at this point.
But like Meek said, there's levels to this.
This is levels.
There's definitely levels. Definitely levels.
Was different than anybody else.
Yeah,
he pranked and beamed him, and then it was a wrap.
Yeah, pranked and beamed. Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did.
Like, he used to make him sleep in the dog kennel, man. Like, he really is a broken person.
Then
so
how
I gotta blame that on her.
Magic?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, he's going to have his moments, but you can't trust him to be the one to save you.
I mean, he was talking on the big stuff, but they were about to get the the scene going on, like the little situation happening downstairs, and he was about to bounce. He was like, "Yeah, he's gonna protect me. He's my watch or whatever." And he was all like,
"Yeah, I thought that was gonna kick in, and he was gonna try something,
Pun completely intended, but it just seems like he grows and loses his balls at random times.
Damn.
So what does he do now? He jumps off. Like, what use is he in now? What do you do with this?
He's going deep sea diving, dog. He's seeing what's in the ocean.
He might just want to stay out there and just have to stay out there.
Discover different species and stuff, man. That's what he's doing now. He's useless.
I mean, in a classic story, he would find a way to redeem himself. Yeah. This is Game of Thrones. Like, he could just drown to death to the next episode.
And his uncle taking over the ship, like. That what's crazy about that to me is how sadistic he looked. Like, he was enjoying their pain.
Oh yeah,
like the way the character
killing them girls.
Like the way the character in his face looked, I was like, yo, he might really be sick like that because he looked like he played that too well. Like, he was enjoing their pain way too much.
He loved killing them Sand State girls, man. Like, he was like, I'm gonna tie you up. I'm gonna punch you in the face, and I'm loving this. I'm like, oh my god, he's mad.
And dude is like he like Bowser Greyjoy, like freaking Jason from like the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
How many times did that guy just like get stabbed or what's that thing that she threw with the knife at the end of it with the rope as well?
Yeah.
He took
that Castlevania thing that like she would be throwing around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he always get hit up. I mean, 9 shots couldn't stop me. Took him to smile. But listen, though,
my favorite sand snake is still alive, so I'm glad that.
Which one?
For now,
the one that was tempting my man Brian in the jail.
Oh,
they didn't kill her. They took her hostage. So
all I know is a hound.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, she was downstairs.
Yeah, she was downstairs. Mm-hmm. They took her and the mom. They didn't kill them.
They about to
not yet. I don't know if that's a good thing, though, Hank. They may do something a lot worse.
Yeah, it might be down.
But I was reading an interview with the guy who Greyjoy guy. And first of all, he's a pretty impressive, like, kind of, what do you call it, actor, where like method actor, you know what I'm saying? So he gets really into the roles. But it ended where he was like, he's about to become so much more vicious in the next episode. I'm just like, how the hell do you raise the level from coming down on a platform, Janet Jackson style, washing somebody like they're nothing, and then just take?
We thought that Joffrey was the most vicious thing we saw, and then we saw that elevated. Then Randy showed up, so I don't know.
He was saying his character was not. It's not going to be so much like Joffrey. It's going to be different. Someone else in the thread said that it's going to be kind of like Negan in a sense, where it's like it's not completely evil. It's like he's actually thinking more about the game as opposed to being evil. So he will murder somebody without even thinking twice, but it won't be because it's a vendetta. It's because how is this going to benefit me?
Got you.
That's how you got to live in that world, man.
Like Negan's one of the most amazing characters ever, so that's a great comparison. Because as someone who reads the books, like Negan is probably my favorite character in the entire thing from the book standpoint.
Right,
he's still likable.
Yeah. So man, there's a lot we had to talk about. But last thing I want to ask you,
Arya, man.
I mean, we definitely didn't. Yeah, because the wolf, we definitely didn't. So
was that her wolf or no?
It is.
It's a wolf.
Did you see that, John?
It was her wolf. I mean, she was ready to let that wolf kiss her all in the mouth and everything. You know how they do.
Who's they? What do you mean by
that? No. I was about to say, man. We got company here. Relax.
But no.
But.
I think that was interesting though, because at this point the wolf's been out there on his own, and it's like, yo, I'm cool. This is my environment at this point.
Mm-hmm. Just like I'm worried for Arya, man, because
and that's the crazy thing.
Always tell when a character is going to die because like the whole episode is about them. Yeah. And I feel like these last few episodes has been like, this is your life, Arya. Like she's going through meeting all these like people that she met on her journey.
Yeah, it's like the terrible ending of that Notorious movie where he like closes every one of his relationships in like 2 minutes.
Exactly.
Like little Kim calls, his mom calls, and it's like phony. But Judas, you put up a great point though, because I was talking like to my wife last night, and this is how crazy these shows go. We sit and talk about this for hours after it goes off. Mm-hmm. It's just like Arya in the sense that, when her father was trying to make her, quote unquote, girly, and she was like, I don't belong here. This is not who I am. I want to be a fighter, and this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the same thing with the wolf, right? At this point, so the wolf's like, no, you want me to go back with you? I'm about this life now.
Somebody told me the exact same thing because they had just watched season 1, so they was talking about that scene.
And that's why we did too. Like we started before this season, we started watching all of them. So that's kind of like why we thought about that. And I'm like, that's real interesting. That's one of those Wire moments where you watch TV show The Wire, like every conversation is loaded like that. So that's I thought that was real interesting. So Hank, I hope you're not right though. She's like a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I low-key agree with Hank. I've been I think you can't be motivated the way she is. That's always my big thing. And then also going back to the north, her and Sansa ain't seen eye to eye either. So she's gonna go at Sansa now. Like what's gonna happen there? And if she goes at Sansa, she might get got, and that might be the end of that. So it's just a lot of stuff going on here with her going back home and stuff and trying to see things. All
right, so let me ask you guys a question. Let's end this on this note, right? So we know there's only 13 episodes left or 12 episodes left, something like that.
I think 12.
Somewhere around there. Who's winning right now?
The winner. Winner is winning.
Yes.
Deep.
Word.
Deep.
Bars. Nobody could give an answer though. No one give an answer.
I guess on paper, Dany, she took a hit, but she still got a whole lot more. Dragon.
I mean, she got dragon. At the end of the day, she got dragon. But Cersei, Cersei's trying to find a way to combat that as well. So
prediction. I mean, did y'all see that thing I had? I was thinking to myself, think about the promo art that they put out where they had the dragon with the breathing the snow or whatever, like the ice dragon.
Yeah.
And we now see that they have the means to kill a dragon. So I'm predicting at some point, not the main one, Drogo, I think his name is, right? Not the main one, but one of those smaller dragons is going to take a giant spear through their head, die, right as the Night King or whatever comes through, who apparently has Targaryen blood in him at some point as well. and then he can ride the dragon after he after he goes all thriller on him, and raises him up.
I don't know, man. Judasy is coming for your crown, Hank, because he's picking up stuff in the opening credits. He's picking up stuff in the art for the show. Like,
yo, that's crazy. That would be crazy.
That would be wild.
I'm like, he just blew my mind with that one, pause. But Hank, he's coming for your crown, man.
Oh, man.
But an ice dragon, though, an ice dragon would be fire. Well, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So no one knows who's like definitively winning right now. So no one can give.
I mean, the biggest army is who? The White Walkers, the White Knight, the Ice King. He's the biggest. He got the biggest army right now.
And they're the ones that are on the march. They're going towards a goal.
They gotta go. Yeah.
They know exactly what the hell's going on. No one else except Jon Snow knows what the hell's going on.
This is true. Yeah.
This is true.
But you gotta give Cersei her respect. Like Cersei hit that Iverson. Game 1 versus the Lakers in the 2001 finals. Like, we weren't expecting her to get any wins. It looked like everything was against her. And she came over, her and Euron stepped over Ty Lue.
Yeah, but you know the issue with that, what happened after that Game 1?
They got blown out. Four straight losses.
Yeah. So I mean, is that what Cersei's future looks like?
You said who's winning right now?
From your mouth to God's ear.
No, this is exactly what I'm asking. Like right this second. You know what I mean? Like
I gotta give. I mean, Cersei. That was a big win for Cersei.
Yeah,
all right, so here's the question.
They just destroyed.
No one has a definitive answer who's winning right now.
I'm gonna say Cersei. I'm gonna say Cersei for the moment, and that's because she actually has some tangible alliances going on. Now, as soon as allegedly or hopefully any alliance gets formed between Jon Snow and Daenerys, then we can have another conversation. But right now, Jaime's already, talking to people behind the scenes, like the Tarly guy.
Yeah,
they have alliances. They have a fortification. They have alliances, and right now it's divided and conquered in the north.
Okay, so here's my question:
so their alliance doesn't really make. John and Danny's alliance at this time doesn't really make sense because they have competing priorities. They're going to probably agree to not get in each other's way, but John is focused.
You're right. You're right.
And she's talking about bend the knee. Yeah, you're right.
You're absolutely right about that. So my question is this though: so if we can't say who definitively is in the league, well, everybody seems to feel like Cersei is right the second. Who's in line? Like who right now is looks like they're out of it, if anybody.
Arya.
Yeah.
Arya. That's sad. I know Hank done killed her off already.
Jorah over there getting them illegal surgeries, man.
Jorah getting work done.
Jorah looking
you gonna come back to Daenerys all like scabbed up and stuff, saying like I'm here for you and stuff. Try to hit you. Don't carry him again. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh man, yeah. He walking around like Usher and whatnot. Anyway, listen,
and stuff, man, burnt.
Listen, man. So there's a lot going on. We definitely will be back next week after that episode. Thank you guys for this tonight. Good to catch up with you guys again. And also, these first 2 episodes are amazing. Anybody watching, here's what you got to do. You have to join our group because during the actual show, the live threads are hilarious with these guys and many more. The jokes are phenomenal. They actually make me watching the show. It makes it a lot fun. It also helps me keep up because unlike Hank and Ruben, like I don't know, you guys have like a library of character names and everything. Yeah, so I use these guys. Yeah, me either. So I use these guys as like as a way to keep up with what's going on. I mean, shout out to Judasy though. He's coming for Hank's title because he's brought the heat tonight. So you know what I mean. So anyway, any last words before we get out of here, Hank?
Nah, man. Let's keep this season going. I'm sad that it's a short season and we're reaching the end of this whole thing. But let's keep it going and let's enjoy it while we got it.
Okay, Hutch, what's your final words for this evening?
Great 2 episodes. Euron is a hater. I would have liked to see the foreign invasion before he came through with his cock blocking that. But other than that, I'm excited.
So, Daheem, what's your final words?
Crotch rubbing. That's what I'm gonna say.
Crotch rubbing. And Judasy, what's your parting shots?
Winter is coming, and so is Hoagie Fest. Stop hating, Brent.
There you go. Stop hating, Brent. Listen, only thing I gotta say to end this out is like, I saw a lot of references to Donald Trump within the thread, which were hilarious. So, and someone actually mentioned it. Someone has to make the 7 Kingdoms great again. So,
oh man,
let's leave it at that. Don't forget. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Facebook group so you can join in our conversation. Share this video. Listen, it's another episode of Brothers of the Watch. As we always say, don't accept mediocrity. Be steadfast in the war against ignorance. We'll see you chumps on top.
Peace. Have a good one.